Hi everyone. Right, we're back and let's proceed with this little bowl. I have got a small diamond burr and I am going around the edges and fixing little bits that I'm seeing. Oh, here I've just added a leaf that I fancied including in the image just out of the blue. But basically going around, and wherever I see a little bit of uneven texture perhaps, or something that has an uneven edge or a little bit of a chippiness there, you could see a little bit of the outline showing, and I quickly just filled it in. That was from my initial engraving. You can do this with a little stone or something like that. I just chose to do it with a diamond in this case. Not pressing too deeply because you don't want to create new outlines. Just pressing quite lightly. This is a useful little diamond for these teeny tiny flowers. Just a collection of little dots. I think there's probably about 5 petals on each of the mini flowers. Clearly I've sped this film up to quite a high speed. I think it's basically 250% of normal engraving speed. I went fairly deep with the little petals so that they appear to stand out a little bit more. So going to the other side, doing the same sort of thing. Can you see how I help steady the drill with my thumb from my left hand? It's funny because I don't even think about it. And, I sometimes notice these things in the video, often unaware that I do them at the time of engraving. So this little leaf I am placing behind that stalk, and that's why you saw me go over the top quickly just to bring the stalk neatly to the front. I haven't gone very deep there. I may well go a little bit deeper later on. But you can see these flowers are in need of some neatening. Quite often I will do the leaves just with a stone to create a softer tone, but you can see that in this piece I've decided to go all out with diamonds, and then any half tones I will create with stones and rubbers after this. There's always many ways of tackling a design, and there's no right way or wrong way. I decided here to create a deeper outer edge, and that will give the impression that it's got one of those sort of slightly fold over edges to the petal. I seem to have gone away. Come back. Right, what have I got here? Quite a large diamond. And I'm just going over these little blobby effects. Starting off quite deep and then sort of flicking lighter. So as I mentioned in the previous video, this is 2 bunches of random wild flowers and not an exact symmetrical match, but just when you look at the overall image, the overall composition, your eye picks up that the mass of flowers on either side are roughly the same. Here I'm using a diamond and I'm just throwing in a couple of extra leaves. A nice little base of the flower. A little bit exaggerated, but it's quite a nice effect. Now I have a green stone in the drill, and this will produce a slightly smoother effect and therefore slightly duller. So the start of a half tone that will be easy to polish back with the rubber. Just covering very lightly all the bits of clear glass. Just to make it a more solid item. Pressing very, very lightly and the drill running really slowly. You can see that I work in the direction of the petals, always. This is quite a hard black rubber, and as you can see, that is instantly creating a nice dark effect. It won't go into the deepest bit of engraving, which is quite useful. It'll pick up the surface, and of course where I've just used the green stone, that's nice and easy to polish. Now with these flowers, they could be variegated, they could be shaded, they could be older. There are a million different reasons for a bit of shading, so don't be shy, just slap in the shading wherever you feel like. It's always quite nice coming from the middle of a flower or underneath something, the base of something, but don't take too long thinking about where to put the shading. It's random and it's natural. Now, one thing that makes glass engraving so attractive is contrast. And so here I have got a tiny little rat's tail. And as you can see, I'm adding some lovely detail, which is showing up so beautifully because it is bright white and the background is darker. Just adding a couple of streaks of light and a few more little bits of stamens. It adds such a beautiful, delicate interest to the flower instantly. And all it is a few little dots and dashes. Sharpening some points of the leaves. And yes, I did go back and make this stem slightly deeper over the top of that leaf. Anything that is in the front is going to be deeper. You will notice, of course, that I have not engraved these two batches of flowers separately. I've engraved them basically at the same pace, a bit on one side, a bit on the other side, so that I can keep in the flow of the style and the type of bird that I'm using so that they match. It's always best to do that. I decided to enhance the little bit of shading at the fold of that leaf, so just used a Dura White there and instantly a nice dark shadow. Dura White and a little rubber. Back with the rat's tail. And, of course, your signature and the date. I hope you like this. I really enjoyed that. It's just light-hearted, pretty, and just a delight to engrave. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next time, bye for now.